fast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wed N Wine Podcast with your host, LaKay, and today I have with
Roenny.
So, as everybody know, I'm not good with names. Say it again.
Roenny.
Roenny. Where you get that?
My name is made up, girl. It is. It's my dad's name and my mom's name together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I ain't never heard that. That's different.
It's not the first time. People call me Roenny, which I hate, or like Ronnie. I'm like, it's not that. Roenny.
Roenny.
Yeah.
Like any? Okay.
Yeah.
Roenny. Okay. This is so sad because you've been doing my hair. This is so sad because you've been doing my hair.
I'm horrible with names too.
Oh.
I know you by face, and then like once I see your face, I'm like, okay, this is this person.
Oh, same for me, because that's so bad. I'm like, I don't know your name at all. Like, you don't have to say it because
you're not the only one.
Okay, so today we got some sweet red wine. Do you drink wine a lot?
I just recently started getting into wine. Like, I would drink wine more often, but before I used to hate it. But I only like sweet wine. Okay,
so I try to make sure I get some sweet red. A lot of people don't like red. I hope it tastes good. I really do, but we got white on too, so hopefully it tastes good and nobody spills.
Hopefully, because I can't make no promises because I always spill something on me.
I don't know if that's too much.
Thank you. It smells good. It smells like Moscato, kind of.
Moscato?
Mm-hmm. It's good.
That is good.
That's your first time buying that?
Yeah.
Period.
I always buy new wines. I'm over here like the same as you. I'm like, that is good. Yeah, this is good. Hold on. Yeah, that is.
When I drink wine like this, sometimes I be forgetting it's like liquor. And I just be chugging it.
It's so
like
bad.
It does.
Going into what I said earlier, like you've been doing my hair for a while. For you, how long have you been doing hair? Because you are a braider.
Okay, so professionally, I've been doing hair since 2020. Like when COVID hit, 2019, 2020. But I've been doing hair, girl, since like middle school. I was that kid that I would get in trouble for braiding other people's hair in class. And like people would tell me like, oh, come to the bathroom, do a little 2 braids on me. And I'll be in the bathroom braiding it up. It came to a point where like teachers would ask me to braid their hair while they were teaching. And yeah,
that's crazy. So you just always just been a braider?
Because like, okay, so my mom and my dad worked a lot. And my mom used to travel a lot to DR because she has a business over there.
Yes.
So I needed my hair done. I had to figure something out. So I just hopped on YouTube Academy. And then I just figured out how to braid my own hair. And then I was that kid that had a different hairstyle every single day. And then people would tell me like, can you do my hair? And I was like, okay.
That is cute. That is, yeah. And then now you're doing it professionally. And what do you like about it? Like, what makes it different from it being a profession now?
I feel like it's just my passion. Like cosmetology in general. Because I don't know if you know this, but I first started with makeup. Like I'm certified in makeup. So when I was in high school, I would do like people's prom makeup, graduation makeup. And then when I started doing hair like for real, I just fell in love with it. I don't know. I just feel like hair is that thing that like it can make or break you, like your look. So I just love it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know.
Like,
I ain't never guessed that. I don't know. Yeah, because a lot of people do hair and they just do hair because they have like lots of siblings and stuff like that.
That's true.
And are they just like just doing it because they don't want to pay the price or whatever and pay the price for it. But I haven't really met nobody that's real passionate into doing hair. I feel like a lot of people just do it just for like the money and not for how it looks on somebody.
No, for real. I feel like especially now in this generation, a lot of hairstylists do it for the money, and you can tell. You can tell when somebody loves doing hair and then they just do it for the money. For me, it's never been about the money because when I first started doing hair, I used to do medium box braids for $80. Who the heck is doing $80 box braids? And it wasn't until like my mom told me, because I was gonna go to the army. I wasn't even gonna do hair.
Army is crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna go to the army, and then it wasn't until like COVID hit, and then like I lost my father, and my mom needed help. Like, she wasn't working. Nobody was working, so we needed some money to buy like groceries and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me start doing hair. And she told me, like, you need to up your price. Like, you need to charge $100 like the Africans do.
Yes.
And I was like, are you sure? Like, I don't think, because I started off doing my friend's hair, family's hair, and then she was like, no, like, up your price. So I let my mom come up with like my prices. Then when I started charging people that, I saw that people were actually booking with me, and then I was like starting to get fully booked like weekly, and then it went on from there. Now I'm here.
Yeah, that is crazy. I can do hair, but I never was passionate. I'd rather just book an appointment because I can do anything, but I really don't. I'm like, nah, like, let me just go sit in somebody's chair because I am tired. Doing hair is tiring.
It is tiring, actually.
Like, what do you do with your, like, for your hands or whatever? Because you braid, and you braid, like, your braids are, like, real crispy.
Yeah.
So, what do you, like, what's the exercise for the hand?
Honestly, like, it depends because I've been braiding for so long, so my hands don't cramp up with one client. And I know people think that's crazy, but like in order for my hands to cramp up, I have to do like 3 to 4 clients when I start feeding it. So I'll just soak them in hot water with Epsom salt for like 10 minutes. And then my husband will like massage my hands and my feet.
He said he gonna massage you.
Like, he gonna do that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Cause I always like thought about it. Cause I know when I'm just like just doing a little braid 1-2 to me, like my hands, I'm like, God, I get so
It's different
irritated.
though when you're doing it on yourself, cause you're like in different angles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do your own hair as well?
I do, but I stopped because I have like psoriasis now,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know how I got. But
do you use aloe vera?
I don't. I have I think you know my own hair growth oil.
Mm-hmm.
And I would use that, yes, but recently I'm just letting my hair breathe. Because I feel like the more I mess with it, the more it just like gets.
It definitely does. So like with all the what is it called?
Hair follicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the products you put in your hair and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It definitely feeds off with it and makes it worse.
It does.
Yeah. So you said that you've been doing hair since 2020.
Mhm.
So how do you feel about like, okay, so once you started in 2020, did you have like family hair you was doing, or like in 2020 you were doing just whatever, who needed it?
So I honestly started off with my mom.
Mm.
My mom she doesn't have coarse hair, like she has really, really silky hair. So she would tell me like, oh, braid my hair. And my mom she's not big on social media, but like she's always on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Spanish community, like people know her. So
Yes.
she would like promote she's till this day, she still does it. She'll promote my hair braiding. She'll be like, oh, do me a ponytail, do this braid, do this hairstyle. She'll record the process and then she'll post it on her Facebook page, and then her people will like book me. And then I started going on from there, and then like I would post content on like Instagram, and then people from like high school, middle school would start booking me. And then I really started going up when I did like these 2 YouTubers back in New York. They were like a lesbian couple, and I did their hair. And then after I did their hair, at the time they were popping, that's when I got majority of my clients.
Because of them posting. And that's how it really works though. Like, you really don't even have to do too much.
Yeah.
Just find the right people
and have good quality work. That's really it.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. So you're okay with new clients? Or do you have like a rule or whatever?
What do you mean like a rule?
Like age?
Yes. So I start braiding from like 5 and up. A lot of people don't do kids hair, but I have a daughter, so I feel like I'm used to it already. Mm-hmm. So I do from 5 to 10, and then those are kid prices, and then from there I do any ages. So
like if you have like a 5 to 10 year old or whatever, and their hair is like thick and luscious and like is giving adult, you still charge them the kid? You charge them more?
No, I charge them. I thought you were gonna say I charge them adult prices. No, I still charge them kid prices.
Kid prices because of the age?
Yeah. And I don't adjust my prices based on hair texture, hair length, like some stylists do. I don't do that just because like that's something you can't control.
Right.
Like
obviously you just want the look.
Yeah, and obviously nobody's gonna have the same length, hair texture and stuff. Like I've had clients that have a head full of hair, like thick, Can I curse?
Yeah, you can.
Like thick ass hair to the point where like you put your fingers in and it don't go through. Like, and I've had clients where, especially in New York, a lot of my clients in New York have like that silky Colombian Mexican type of thick hair.
Yes.
That goes all the way to their butt, and I would charge them regular price. I've had people tell me like you should charge more, but I feel like that's just unfair.
Yeah, because of their hair.
Yeah.
They just want their hair
control that.
They don't. Definitely. So you say you don't really care about new clients or anything like that. So make sure y'all book. She said she don't care. Yeah, book your hair. Speaking about New York, so we're not in New York. So what's the clients going on with here compared to New York? Like, how do you feel about it? Do you miss the New York lifestyle when you was doing here?
I get this question asked so many times. Honestly, I miss New York when it comes to like my clientele because the clients that I have in New York have been with me since I started. Like,
so they know the growth.
Yes, like they've been with me rocking for like 3-4 years already.
That's good.
So I know they became more like family, and they book consistently. Like a lot of my clients will tell you they will not book anyone else. They will only let me touch my hair, which is why I travel every month to take care of those clients.
Yes.
Now the clients out here, I'm still getting used to because it's 2 different type of lifestyles, personalities, 2 different type of incomes. Like the main reason why I really wanted to come out here was because the beauty industry is popping.
It is.
But people out here are so unprofessional.
Definitely.
So unprofessional. The communication skills are not there at all. So
they're not. Girl, you telling everything that they already know. It's crazy.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do love my clients that I have out here in Georgia, especially the ones that are continuously booking with me. Like, they are cool. We do have great conversations. Their hair, they always love their hair. But like for new clients, like a lot of my new clients don't talk. And I don't know if you guys know this. Yes, you was one of them at first, but I broke your shell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm one of them.
But like, if I have any hairstylists watching this, you guys know when we have clients that don't talk, the time feels longer.
Yeah.
Like the more you talk, the quicker I braid. I don't know, it's weird. So when I have clients that don't talk, instead of me taking like 3 to 4 hours, I'll take like 4 to 5.
Yes.
It just feels longer. But
just because they're not, you don't have nothing to motivate. Like, do I really want to do your hair right now?
No,
have you ever dealt with you doing somebody's hair and you had to like stop because of how they're acting or something?
Yeah, only one though.
Ooh.
Out of the four years that I've been braiding, only one client.
One client?
I had to take her off my chair and tell her to leave. Because not all money is good money, guys.
So like, what happened?
So this was in the Bronx, back in New York. She was a new client, and she booked cornrows. She had coarse hair. And for any of you guys that have coarse hair, you know we need to put jam on that hair. I have coarse hair myself. I cannot braid my hair without any product.
Right.
So the first red flag was she came to me and she had her bag full of her own products, her own comb, her own everything, elastics, everything you can think of. You know me. You know I take care of my products. I wash my combs. I disinfect. Like,
definitely.
To the T, I follow the guidelines that
you're supposed to.
Yeah. So all my products, my combs, they're always fully clean. I never use the same comb on different clients. Like, every client has a brand new comb. So she came to me with the wrong comb, and then instead of using jam, she brought grease.
And grease is like
slippery.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really grip or nothing.
Grease is definitely slippery.
Yeah, so
grease is supposed to be for your scalp, not to hold.
Exactly. And she was an older lady, I'll give her that. So I'm guessing it was like that old school mindset. But it's like, girl,
no, I don't think it has nothing to do with all. I be seeing these old folks getting their hair done with gel. That has nothing to do.
Yeah. And her reasoning was that like, oh, she has a sensitive scalp, but I have different jams for like people. Like, I have clients that have psoriasis and I won't use certain products on them, like, because I have psoriasis myself, so I know what products work for us. So yeah, she was like, she has sensitive scalp, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. So I was like, okay, let me use your product, let me try it.
Yeah.
First she booked for 6 braids. She came to me, now she wants 10. That was my second red flag. I was already getting like agitated, yeah, because I'm like, you booked one style, and not only that, you brought your own products that it's not gonna work, it's not gonna come out how you like. And then on top of that, I had I provide hair. Like, I don't ever make my clients buy the hair because I like to use a certain brand. So she had brought her own hair, and I was explaining to her, like, I don't use that hair because it's cheap. And you can tell the difference, like when you braid with cheap hair,
you start cutting your fingers. You cut your fingers.
Yes, you get splinters and stuff, and that shit hurts. I do not like that. So yeah, she came up with her own hair, and I had to like convince her, like, no, I'm using my hair, or this isn't gonna work, because she wasn't meeting me halfway. I feel like we had to like compromise. So yeah, after that I started 1 braid, 2 braids. Once I got to the 6th braid, she was like, she changed her mind, she wanted 6 braids. Mine, it was 10 that she changed it to. So I had to undo it, and then I was like halfway, and then she was like pulling out, she had a mirror too. She pulled out her mirror, looked at her hair, and she was like, oh, I don't like how it looks. And I was explaining to her, like, yeah, you don't like how it looks because you made me use a grease, and I explained to you that I need to use jam because of your hair texture.
Right. And
she was just being very difficult. So I just told her, like, you can leave, like, this isn't working out, you're not meeting me halfway, your communication skills is not there. Like, I feel disrespected, and I feel like you're not being a good client.
Right.
So
did you get bashed for that or anything?
No.
She didn't. She just left?
She just left. Like, she did say I was unprofessional, but in my opinion, I don't think I was, because I was explaining to her everything that she wanted me to do wasn't going to come out how she wanted me, and I told her that explanation. I told her why I recommended certain products, and it's just like, some people, you talk to them, it goes one ear and not the other, and that's okay.
Some people, they definitely don't be
She
hearing.
can find another hairstylist.
Talked about clients and hairstylists and how amazing braider you are, so don't forget to book, y'all. Don't forget to book.
My Instagram down below.
It is gonna be, right there. Book. So basically, now I want to be nosy, because I like to be nosy. Let's get into your personal life. So you are young.
Yes.
You are young. You braiding going on, beautiful house, a wife and a kid, and like, when you young, you don't be thinking about being a wife. You don't be thinking that. Well, you can't really think about having kids. Sometimes when you have too much money, you start having kids.
No, for
but
real.
like, as like being in your 20s, not a lot of people nowadays are married. So like, what's
22?
Yes,
and 22. I just turned 22.
22.
Yes. What's the question?
Girl, I can't even ask no question. I'm just still amazed. Like, when I found that out, I'm like, dang. Like, I'm kind of looking at my age. Like, I was thinking.
How old are you?
I'm 24, but I'm thinking about getting married like 27.
You know what's crazy? I've always said I wanted to get married by like 25. That's always been my goal, to get married by 25.
So like, how did it happen? You being married?
Okay, so me and my man, we've been best friends. I don't know if you know this, but we've been best friends for years.
Yeah, you said like since like around school or whatever.
Yeah, like, cause I met him in church. We used to go to the same church together. I was always around him. We was best friends for like 4 or 5 years before we even did anything. And I've never been with anybody outside of him. Like, my past relationship, I don't really count, because it was like
just dating, no intimacy.
Yeah, like, he was my first everything. So when I got with him, it was just like messing around. It was back in 2020. Yeah, back in 2020 was when we started messing around together, and girl, my first time I got pregnant.
I would cry. Did you cry?
Yes, I cried. What?
Like, how did you find out? Like, you were expecting your period, or like, how did it happen? You started.
I didn't know I was pregnant. He told me I was pregnant. How does that work? I don't know.
Because he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Not only that, he has 6 siblings, so he's always seen his mom. Like, he knows when his mom was pregnant.
Is pregnant.
So he was just like, yo, you're acting like a bitch. Like, you're pregnant. And I was like,
so
no.
you were like on birth control or something?
No.
So how you didn't know that? You just...
Okay, I'm Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
In Hispanic cultures, I don't know why this is normalized, but parents, especially mothers, they do not educate you on sexual ed. Like, you know, in school, you have to like sign a paper letting your parents know that you're going to be taking a sex education class.
Mm-hmm.
My mom didn't sign that paper. She didn't want me to learn about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what birth control is. It's sad, but
yeah.
I knew what it was, but like I've never had it.
Right.
So I didn't have birth control. I knew what a condom was, but I was expecting him to have them, you know, which he did. But I don't know. I just wasn't educated enough. And before I was with him, I was with a girl. Like, that's why I don't count that. I'm
right.
Like, this is my first time being with a male. I'm expecting him because he's older. I'm expecting him to know what he's doing, which he did. But things just happened.
Yeah, he definitely did. If he got a baby,
we had protection. I took a plan B and I still ended up pregnant. So for me, it was meant to be.
Yeah,
and I'm
definitely
not upset about it.
Virgin Mary. That's what it's given. You said you had a plan B condom, and then you still find out.
Yep.
Them double lines on that.
Yeah. But yeah, he knew I was pregnant. I didn't know.
So did you take pregnancy test, or you went off of his word?
So he bought me a pregnancy test, and he was like, "You're acting like a bitch. Like you're so moody. You're pregnant." And I was like, I was in denial because I'm like, "You're not about to say I'm pregnant because I'm being mean to you. Like what? That makes no sense." So
that's what I would have said.
Yeah, I waited a couple days. I was like, I'm not taking that. Like I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant. Girl, it came to a point he was just like, just take it so he can have like be at ease.
Yeah.
As soon as I took it, I didn't even have to wait 3 minutes. It said pregnant right away. I looked at it and I thought I was crazy. I thought I was hallucinating. I'm like, what?
That one, what's that one song on TikTok they be using? Prayers, pray when it's like I'm on my knees and they be crying.
Yeah, that was me for sure.
He was crying.
I looked at it and
out.
I was like, is this real? Mind you, when I found out, I just turned 18. My birthday literally just passed. And when I found out and I went to the doctor, I was already a month pregnant. So that means I got pregnant before my birthday. So technically, I got pregnant when I was 17. Found out when I was 18. And then gave birth when I was 18.
Cried.
I did. I shedded some tears. But I looked at it as like
a blessing.
A blessing because I've always been mature for my age. And at 18, I was already thinking about moving out, getting my life together. You know, my dad just passed the first round of COVID. And it was just like, okay, I was
But that's how life works though. If you think about it, like you lose somebody and you gain somebody at the same time.
And that's how we saw it. Like, you know, obviously my mom at first, she was upset.
Right.
She was upset. I'm the middle child. I'm her oldest daughter. My brother is the oldest and I have a younger sister. So for her, it was like, she felt like she failed me. But I didn't see it that way. You know, I had a rough childhood growing up. I went through some things and I just had to grow up at a young age. Like I didn't have a normal childhood.
Yeah.
At all. So for me, it was like, yeah, I'm 18, but I'm already an adult.
Right.
Like, I didn't.
This is something that you can handle.
Yeah.
Like even though you didn't plan to have this, but you're just like, okay, it's coming at me, and
exactly.
I gotta do something about it.
And I was very mature. Like, you know, I made my own bread. My man is a very good man. Like he's always been about his money. He's always had a.
Not you praising
it. Girl, he's my man.
He's like, let me praise my man.
He's always had a really good job. He's always been a man. Like he's never gave me boy vibes, you know, like.
And that's good.
When I found out I was pregnant, the first thing he said was, I got us. He told my mom, he was like, she's not gonna live here, don't worry. Like, I'll move her out to her first apartment. The day I gave birth, April 5th, he signed the lease to our first apartment. And we moved in together. It was just like, he's about his word. He's always taking care of me, like, and I've always taken care of him. Like,
right. That's good though, because a lot of men, when they find out that they got a girl pregnant,
they some deadbeats. Like,
they don't do that. They be like looking at you while you look at them, looking at the test, and
I be feeling bad when I see those things, but it's just like I said, some people are just boys, and there's men. Like, there's two different things.
Definitely is.
And my man is older than me, so I feel like he knew what was up, you know, like.
Right.
We didn't expect it, but it was just like, it happened. grow from this and let's just move forward.
That is crazy, being a mother. So like being a young mother at that, a lot of, not a teen mother because you were like 18 or whatever when you had your child, but being like a mother at a young age, like how was it?
I'm not gonna lie. At first it was very, very hard. The first year, it was hard. I had really bad postpartum depression, which I feel like people don't talk about often. I felt alone, even though I wasn't. Like I had a lot of help.
Even if you have a lot of help, I definitely understand what you mean by being alone. You can be in a room with a million people,
but you're not still there.
Yeah. I definitely understand that.
It was really hard, but I think my mom and my mother-in-law, she was a really big help.
Grandmas.
Yes, I would wake up in the middle of the night crying, like I couldn't, the baby was crying, I started crying, and at the time my man used to do night shifts, so I was home alone with a newborn. I'm a new mom and I'm a newborn, and like my mom worked, so she couldn't really come. Like she would sometimes, but my mother-in-law, I would call her, hit up the phone and be like, can you please get here? I will pay your cab. Like, please come and take care of the baby. And she would come, stay a week if she had to, stay 2 weeks if she had to, just to make sure we was both.
And that's good. Salute them grandmas. Like, salute the grandmas for real. Because I know my grandma did her big one.
No, yeah.
Them grandmas.
She was a really good help. But I still had postpartum depression. And on top of that, I went back to work. I went back to taking clients after like 4 weeks of my baby being born. So I went right back to work.
So were you doing hair and stuff while you was pregnant as well?
Girl, when I was pregnant, I was working. Okay, so I had moved to Queens back in like 2019. We moved to Queens, but my whole life has been in the Bronx. I was born and raised in the Bronx. So I would go to Queens to work. I would go from Queens to the Bronx to work every day, and I was pregnant.
That's crazy.
I would go until I popped. Like, because I was, at the time I was working in a hair salon, but it was in the Bronx, so I would have to go from Queens to the Bronx, work, come to Queens at like 10, 12 at night. My man would be like panicking because he's like, he's in an overnight shift. He's like, you're pregnant, are you home safe, you know? And I was taking the train and the bus.
So like, what's the difference from the Queens and the Bronx? Is there like a different, like, do they act the same, or is it a difference?
Oh. Every borough is different.
Oh, my bad.
If you're from New York, you know every borough is different. We don't jack each other. That's one. Like, every borough thinks they're better than the other. But for me, I've never really been into that. Like, I was born and raised in the Bronx. I moved to Queens. I love them both. I've never really been to Brooklyn like that. Manhattan, I was raised in Manhattan because my grandmother lives in Harlem. And majority of the time I was with my grandma too. So it was like, I've been everywhere.
In New York. So yeah. What made you come to the ALA?
My husband, girl. What do you mean? No, he just got a job opportunity out here, a really good job opportunity, and we spoke about it. He said, are you know,
okay with it?
If you don't want to move to Georgia, like, we don't have to. He'll find a new job. And I was like, wherever you go, I go. Wherever you leading me.
That's good.
Wherever you go, I go.
He was like, wherever she go.
Yeah,
that is good though. I never been to New York though. I never been.
You go.
I definitely do. I want to so
not
bad.
To live though.
Not to live. Definitely. I like where I'm at now. I love like Georgia. Like, I'm gonna be from Georgia in the next year. Like, I'm gonna start claiming.
Wait, where are you from?
Illinois.
Girl. I'm sorry, but I would never check I'm from Georgia. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's nice.
But you from New York and from the Bronx though. I'm from Illinois, and like a lot of people when they hear Illinois they think about Chicago, and I'm not from Chicago. So like, it's not given.
Yeah.
It's not. So I'm from Georgia, and the next year I will be. As long as I've been here.
As long as you show your ID and says Georgia.
Yes, you can't tell me nothing.
Period.
You're just not gonna see my.
I'm not gonna lie. I was sad when I got rid of my New York ID.
You were?
Yes. Cause if you're from New York, you know, like, you always repping. I'm always gonna rep New York. Always.
So like that stereotype that they say about New York women, like, are you that? Do you get that? Like, so aggressive and stuff?
Okay. The old me? Yes.
Okay.
The old me? Yes, for sure. I was very aggressive. I was very, like, even the way I spoke was very, like, yeah, I'm from New York, and what? But now I've matured. I'm a mom. Like, I can't be acting like that.
Like, I'm a mom now.
I can't be acting like that. So yeah, I don't talk like that. I'm not as aggressive. But if I need to get down to it, like, I can get down.
That New York
like, don't
play
with me. Yeah.
So like you, in the winter and stuff like that, you be 10 down coat.
Yeah.
All that.
I have my super dry coat, my Uggs.
Yeah. So like with your daughter being like in Georgia, do you still like give her that New York vibe? Like, does she go to New York with you? And
well,
are you guys
she moved? No, we want her to know where she's from. She's from New York. She was born in New York. We moved out here when she was 1. She turned 2 out here. And I feel like we went to New York in September for my husband's birthday. And we took her, and she fell in love with it. Like, she loves New York. Because she's surrounded by me, her dad, and her aunt.
Yeah, her family. The
way we talk is still like, we're from New York, so she talks with a New York accent. And there's some things she says that I'm like, damn, like, you really do sound like you're from there. But yeah, we're raising her like if we're still over there. I don't want her, like, we're in the country now, but I don't want her to be country, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You don't want her to be a South baby?
No. Like, I get we live here, but she need to know, like, what's up?
Yeah. You feel like
has
the
that
South
strong
more
character.
Soft?
Yeah, people out here are too soft. They're too nice. There be times where, like, we go to Walmart and people start talking to us, and me and my look at each other, we're like nah.
And that's so crazy because I'm from Illinois, and like I'm not used to that either. That like South, like I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
they're just so nice out here.
Some people used to tell me like, calm down, like you don't gotta do that, because like a girl bumped into me back at home, like I'm like, they got a problem.
You don't say excuse me. Like,
yeah, but like here, like one time a girl bumped into me, I was here, and I like about to like, what's the problem? She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you're so pretty. I'm over here like,
right,
she's about to get slapped. She's about to get slapped. Would you consider this being your perfect life?
There's no such thing as a perfect life, but I will say, like, I prayed for this lifestyle. I prayed for it
at a young age.
Yeah.
Would you consider this your perfect life?
I don't think there's such thing as a perfect life, but
this is the way you're laughing.
This is the life I've been praying for. Like, I've prayed for the house. I've prayed for a healthy child. I've prayed for a successful relationship.
But you're so young, so you've been praying like this, like when you were in high school and stuff.
Yeah, because like I said, I had a rough upbringing. Like, my childhood wasn't normal. I dealt with like a lot of physical things that a child shouldn't have gone through for a long time. Even
you saying you're from the Bronx, like New York, that explains it a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle growing up, but I knew the life I wanted. And I grew up in a 2-parent household. I saw how my parents loved each other, but I also saw the bad side to their relationship. Like, I saw the abuse, I saw the physical, mental, emotional abuse that they went through, but I also saw the good things, the good sides. When they healed from that, like before my dad passed, I feel like him and my mom had a beautiful relationship. And I've always craved that. I've always craved that love, that, you know, I'm a daddy's girl. I've always wanted a man to love me the way my father did. And when I found my husband, I felt like he did just that. And I've been praying, like, you know, I wasn't the type to have a new boyfriend every week or be in a new relationship. Like, I've been in 2 relationships my whole life, and it was with my ex, with the girl, and then my husband. And each relationship has been a long period of time. So when I say I prayed for this life, I mean it. Like, I've gone down on my knees, I cried. Like, I don't want to be just a baby mama. Like, I want to be a wife, you know?
Right. And is there anything in your life that you would change? Anything?
No. Because I feel like if I changed something, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Like, everything I went through, even like in the beginning of my relationship when it was rough, I wouldn't change that because we grew from that, you know, we matured from that, and now it's like, you know, we can communicate, we know when one of us is off. Like, I feel like if I didn't go through none of that, I wouldn't be here. I don't even think me and him would be together if I didn't go through, I'm sorry.
You're
I don't
okay.
even think we would be together like if I didn't go through it. So I wouldn't change anything. Not for the future. What I do want to change is like about myself is like communication skills. I want to improve in that, like, because I'm the type to hold my emotions in,
Right,
and then I just explode. So I'm working on that, and obviously like just improving myself as a woman.
right.
I want to step into my woman.
So nothing you want to change, just something you want to do more.
Nothing I want to change.
Yeah.
I'll just be more productive and like consistent, I guess. But nothing like I would change from my past. No.
That's good though. That is good. About it. I hope you liked it. Do you have anything else?
I have questions for you, girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So I say, how do you like doing this? Like,
How do I like doing this?
The podcast.
Okay, so basically, I started this because of a breakup. So my grandma passed away. And then after my grandma passed away, it just was a rough, like, end of the year. Then when the beginning of the year started up, my birthday was coming up. And a lot of things had to be different because my grandma has always been around, like, spring break, I always do something. So spring break came around, and I'm like, I'm taking my sisters out with, like, a best friend I was friends with. We got into it.
You and your sister?
No, my best friend.
Oh.
So we was best friends since high school. We got into it. We stopped being best friends. And then after that, a relationship I was in for like maybe like 2 years, we got into it as well. So I kind of was like, I don't have nobody to talk to about this because the only person I would talk to about my problems was my grandma. So I was like, I just want to get on the camera and listen to people's stories and have them listen to my stories because I want to be able to understand everybody's side of the story. I never just want to be like, oh, because everybody's story is right in their way. Even if your story is how you said it, you see the sky blue and they see it green, like their story, this is how they feel. Like even if they went through it. So like I literally got on Instagram Live and went live, and then now I'm here.
And that's my period.
And I just had to talk about it. I'm like, let's talk about it.
And just keep it going because I really see the growth. Like,
yeah, it's been a journey. Like when you stop, you definitely can tell like it has been, because me doing this big step, even moving here, was for this. And I got told this and I got real mad, but a person told me like, don't get lost into chasing your dreams. But
those are the same people that settle for
whatever it is. And I'm like, if I get lost in my dreams, I'm gonna find a way to get out of them.
Exactly.
And keep going, because the thing is, I'm not going back home until I have made it better. And I am accomplished stuff here, like since I've been here I have. But like when I go back home, like I'm just going to visit. I'm not going to stay. Like I'm not living.
And you see how everybody, because when I go back home, I just see, even like going back to like my old jobs, like when I used to work at Chipotle and Macy's, they're just living the same life from when I was there. I was
telling my aunt about this. Like I heard this voice in my head to go off, because I get easily like go off real quick. But then I'm like, why? Like she can go back home. We don't gotta deal with this. So I really just started this podcast because I want to hear everybody's side of the story. I want to learn new things, know new things, and I want people to make it somewhere. Like on this platform, I'm not growing from it. I want somebody to grow from it as well. I want them to be like, oh, I want to come back, or oh, like, did you just see that podcast I was on with LaKay? Like I know it's gonna happen. Because I have seen, even though the process I have got, like people like from even having on Instagram Live, I started off with like maybe 400 subscribers. By the end of the year, I had 4,000. Me just going Instagram Live. That's just me just going Instagram Live. It has been a journey.
It has been. And I feel like social media is so hard to grow from because you have to be consistent.
Yeah, you have to.
I've started my YouTube channel like 3 times. And it's now that I feel like, okay, I'm ready to give it my all. And I actually see the growth happening slowly, but it's happening. Yeah. So I feel like you just continue doing this and continue to follow your dreams. Just give it all you got. Like, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if you post like 2 to 3 videos every week, girl, you got it. Yeah. You got it in the bag. And just promote your stuff. Like, I follow you on Instagram, but I feel like you need to promote your stuff a little more.
I do, but I'm over here dealing with life as well. Like
that's true.
And
that's
life
true.
be lifing. Like
that's true.
I want to be constant and stuff like that, but I can't be constant if I'm trying to make sure I'm focused on this stuff to get this stuff handled. Because this don't get handled, then this can be done.
That's true.
I can't have time to record or nothing if I have to. But I gave myself a goal by the end of this year, and the year is almost over, and it's gonna happen. So it's okay.
I'm finna promote you on my socials and everything.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, my last question, girl, is do you want kids?
Do I want kids? I work with kids.
You did tell me that before.
I work with kids.
Yeah, but they're not your kids.
They are when I'm around them.
Yeah, but you don't go home with them.
Oh, and that's good. That's great. That is so great.
So you don't
because
want
I get
kids.
to sleep.
Because you're 24.
I am 24.
You know, by 30.
I don't care being old having a kid. I will be, if I have to be 60 with a baby, I will be.
Oh, girl. Really?
I will be. Yes, I will be grandmama. I will. But when the time comes, the time comes. But my focus now is on me and having a child.
You feel like will slow you down?
I feel like it wouldn't slow me down. I feel like it wouldn't slow me down. It would stop. Because how passionate I am with kids already. I work with kids. I like when them kids come in, them hair look messed up, their clothes look, I make sure they're good before they leave. Like if a kid's crying,
like your full attention.
Yes, like it's on them. Like I know our new generation is kids. So until I can give my child, if I have a child or whatever, until I can show them that good image or whatever like that, I just wouldn't be like, oh, I want to have a kid. Because I really want a husband for my kid. And if I don't have no husband, then
No, that's true.
No, I don't want no baby daddy now.
That's what I'm saying. Cause ain't nobody want to be baby mama. Especially in this generation. I feel like the husband bowl is like shrinking every single day. Like
nobody wants to get married no more.
Nobody. And I'm I believe 100% in old school love. Like I feel like that's what me and my husband try to strive for, like that old school love. I feel like this generation nowadays, they don't know what old school love is. They don't. Like everything now is 50-50. I'm not gonna do nothing if he don't do it. Like
I don't even want to talk about that
50-50.
We're going to keep this on to a different episode about 50-50 situation because I ain't gonna even get on that. I'm really not. I'm not.
That's a whole other video.
We're going to have that on a different video because I literally, and God knows, I'm going to be quiet because I ain't going to do this to them. But I always pray. And that's what matters. But yeah, having kids, I work with kids now, and I love kids to death. Everybody always tells me like, you would be a great mother, you would be a great whatever like that. I have 8 total nieces and nephews, 4 nieces, 4 nephews, and that's only from 2 of my siblings, and I have a total of 7 siblings, or 8. I don't know.
That's a lot.
So yes, my dad always be like, hey, have a kid or whatever, this and that. We would love to see what you can make. Yes, I do, but like. You have grandbabies already. It's no rush. I have nieces and nephews already. It's no rush at all. I really moved here to be for myself, work on myself. Like I think I even told you that before. Like I really moved here to work on only me. Yeah. Not for no friendship, no relationship, just like me. Right. And working on me does not involve a kid.
And that's not fair.
So I do want a kid, but like as we speak. Not right now. Because the tongue is super powerful. So yeah, no, I don't want a kid. No. Because the tongue is powerful. I do not want a kid. That's all the questions? Not you asking about the kids.
Do you have any more for me or are we done?
No, I feel like we touched base on a lot because you're a hairstylist, a fire ass braider. Braids super good. Like very great. I wish you did wigs though.
I'll tap into it. Like I've done wigs on my mom, but like I wouldn't add it.
I'm just saying because I can't find nobody to do my wigs.
Like I'll do it for you. It's not hard, but
it's not.
I won't add it.
I can do it. I can do wigs, but I just don't want to. I just don't want. But it's so hard here finding somebody to do a hair without a hairstylist do celebrity hair in Atlanta.
And I feel like that's the problem. They want to upcharge, cancel your appointments, do the most. Like it was never that serious.
they cancel your appointments because a lot of people is booking them with that deposit because they did somebody here.
Yeah.
But that's about it. I really do appreciate you for being on here and finally getting it done.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to
schedule like 3 times.
No, if you there has been somebody that I had recorded with, and it literally took us almost a year. And they was like, you need to start doing it on YouTube. I'm like, I don't even have YouTube yet. You better get on this Instagram live. It's like, no, we need to be in person. Finally, we did it. So it's just whatever happens, happens. And I am really thankful for you even just being on here because it really does mean a lot to me. So I hope you had fun.
I did have fun.
Okay.
That's gonna promote your stuff. Y'all see me back soon. Don't hurry.
Yes, we can definitely have a part 2.